Welcome to our Middle East Briefing program. Today, we have a lot to unpack as we dive into the latest developments surrounding Donald Trump's inauguration and its implications for both domestic and international affairs. Just a day after the Israel-Hamas ceasefire, Trump celebrated the release of Israeli hostages while also addressing the ongoing situation with January 6. His supporters gathered in droves, showcasing their unwavering enthusiasm despite protests from critics voicing their concerns over his controversial policies. In the world of cryptocurrency, Trump's new ventures are making waves. His crypto project, World Liberty Financial, raised a staggering $1 billion on the first day of his second term, with the dollar Trump meme coin skyrocketing in value. This surge reflects Trump's commitment to reshape the crypto landscape, although it has raised eyebrows regarding ethical implications and potential legal challenges. The crypto community is buzzing with excitement as Bitcoin also sees a significant uptick in value. Meanwhile, the situation in Gaza is heart-wrenching as residents return to their homes only to find devastation and ruins. The ceasefire has allowed many Palestinians to assess the damage after months of conflict, while relief washes over families in Israel with the return of hostages. As President Abbas expresses readiness to work with Trump on a two-state solution, the contrasting emotions highlight the complex dynamics at play in the region. Please stay tuned for more detailed coverage. The Independent reports on a poignant moment during Donald Trump's second inauguration when he met with families of Israeli hostages recently freed from Hamas captivity. As the families, wearing yellow scarves and holding photos of their loved ones, joined Trump on stage, he expressed his commitment to bringing them home, stating, "We won. But now the work begins." However, he quickly shifted the conversation to the January 6 hostages, referring to those charged in connection with the Capitol riot. This juxtaposition of topics highlighted the complexities of Trump's presidency, as he claimed credit for the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas, which allowed for the release of hostages, while simultaneously planning executive actions regarding the January 6 cases. Al Jazeera describes the atmosphere surrounding Trump's inauguration, which took place indoors due to extreme cold, contrasting with the large protests that marked his first term. Supporters donned MAGA gear and filled the Capital One arena, eager to hear Trump declare his legacy as a peacemaker and unifier. Despite his promises of border security and economic revitalization, there was a notable absence of protests compared to previous years, suggesting a sense of resignation or acceptance among many. Critics, however, voiced concerns about Trump's past actions and pledges, particularly regarding his approach to immigration and his controversial plans to pardon those involved in the Capitol riot. Meanwhile, BBC highlights the dire situation faced by Uyghur refugees in Thailand, particularly a woman named Nilipur who fears for her husband's fate. After fleeing repression in China's Xinjiang province, Nilipur and her children were granted asylum in Turkey, but her husband remains detained in Thailand, where conditions are described as hell on earth. With the threat of deportation looming, human rights advocates warn of the potential consequences for the remaining Uyghurs, recalling a past mass deportation that led to severe repercussions. The Thai government's reluctance to grant the Uyghurs asylum appears to be influenced by pressure from China, complicating their already precarious situation and leaving families like Nilipur's in a state of anguish and uncertainty. Al Jazeera reports on the explosive rise of Trump-related cryptocurrencies as Donald Trump took office for his second term. The World Liberty Financial (WLF) project, which is closely linked to Trump, raised a staggering $1 billion in token sales, while the newly launched meme coin, Dollar Trump, skyrocketed in value from under $10 to over $74.59 within days. This surge reflects Trump's promise to usher in a golden age for cryptocurrencies, contrasting sharply with the regulatory climate under former President Biden. However, the ethical implications of these ventures have raised concerns, with analysts warning about potential lawsuits and the speculative nature of meme coins. BBC highlights Trump's vow to withdraw the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement, a move reminiscent of his first administration's actions in 2017. As global temperatures rise, the Trump administration declared a national energy emergency, aiming to reverse climate regulations and ramp up fossil fuel production. Trump emphasized the importance of oil and gas exploration, promising to make the U.S. a dominant energy exporter. Critics, including UN climate chief Simon Steele, argue that this withdrawal could hinder global efforts to combat climate change and miss out on the economic opportunities presented by clean energy. The Independent covers the international reactions to Trump's inauguration, with world leaders, including Russian President Vladimir Putin, praising his courageous victory. Putin noted the pressures Trump faced during his campaign and expressed a desire for dialogue on the Ukraine conflict. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky welcomed Trump's decisiveness, hoping for a peaceful resolution to the war in Ukraine. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu anticipated a strengthened US-Israel alliance under Trump's leadership, while Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán claimed that Trump's presidency would energize right-wing movements across Europe. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer reaffirmed the enduring US-UK relationship, emphasizing their historical partnership. Deutsche Welle reports on the poignant return of thousands of displaced Gazans to their homes, now reduced to ruins after a harrowing 15 months of conflict. As the ceasefire takes hold, the UN estimates that over 60% of Gaza's buildings have been damaged or destroyed, leaving families to sift through the debris of their past lives. The scene is heart-wrenching, with many struggling to recognize the places they once called home, as they navigate through the rubble in search of any remnants of their former lives. The New York Times captures the emotional turmoil faced by returning Gazans as they confront the vast destruction of their neighborhoods. Montasser Baja, an English teacher, shares a deeply personal moment with his son, as they traverse the ruins of Jabalia, recalling the homes of friends and neighbors now lost to the devastation. Amidst the rubble, they attempt to salvage fragments of their lives, while in Israel, the government celebrates the return of hostages released by Hamas, highlighting the contrasting experiences of both sides during this fragile truce. The South China Morning Post highlights Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas's readiness to collaborate with U.S. President Donald Trump on a two-state solution, expressing hope for peace and stability in the region. Abbas emphasizes the importance of coexistence between a future state of Palestine and Israel. Despite previous rejections of peace proposals and Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu's stance against an independent Palestinian state, Abbas remains committed to assuming responsibility for Gaza post-conflict. This political landscape is further complicated by regional dynamics, as Jordan's King Abdullah II also expresses a desire for partnership with the U.S. towards a more peaceful world. South China Morning Post reports that Hamas has announced the release of hostages will now take place on Sunday, a shift from the previously expected Saturday, as part of a complex ceasefire agreement with Israel. Nahid al-Fakhouri, head of Hamas's prisoners' media office, confirmed that the names of the hostages to be released will be disclosed on Saturday, aligning with Israel's announcement of Palestinian prisoners to be freed. This ceasefire, which began earlier in the month, aims to end a 15-month conflict and includes phases for the release of hostages and withdrawal of Israeli forces from Gaza. Following the initial round of exchanges, 3 Israeli women were released, prompting their families to advocate for the freedom of all remaining hostages, currently numbering 91 in Gaza. The emotional reunion of the freed hostages with their families was captured on video, showcasing the profound relief and joy amidst ongoing calls for peace and the return of all captives. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6do Brief via email.
Got a book so big and bright, open it and take a flight. Learn about the stars and see, everything is here for me. Flip the pages one by one, knowledge under the sun. From dinosaurs to galaxies, a world of endless mysteries. Encyclopedia, yay! Facts and fun all day. From A to Z, let's see. Curious minds run free. Jump into the pages deep. Secrets that you want to keep. Time will fly and you will find magic lies in every line. secrets that you want to keep. Time will fly and you will find magic lies in every line to run free line. Every line's run free. Animals and history, science full of mystery.